Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Hamdi Gaied. I am a team lead at eTitle and an organizer at GD Jesus. And today our session is titled Deep Dive into Building PWAs. So, what are PWAs, how to build them, and why do we need progressive web apps? So, let's start by what is a PWA. So, PWAs are applications that are built with web technologies, mainly HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So they provide an app experience like native applications installed from app stores or desktop stores also. So PWA is simply a website, but it can run on with a single code base. It can run on multiple platforms. We can install it on all the devices, desktops or tablets, and even mobile devices. So PWAs have three pillars. The first one is capable. So when we say PWA, it should be capable because it should have so many capabilities. So like when you develop a mobile applications, so we have direct access for capabilities like authorizing notifications, like authorizing accessing to the contacts list, to the file system. For the web, also for the web applications, we should have all those capabilities. We should access to the notification system of the phone or of the tablet. We should have we should access also for contacts, for file explorer, for file system, for the files, for the gallery. All of these capabilities should be available. The second pillar is reliable. So a PWA should be responsive, should be fast, and it should work regardless the status of the network. If we are online, it should work, of course, and even when we are offline, it should work also, and it should provide the necessary functionalities and features that application do. A PWA, third pillar, is it should be, of course, installable. So we develop a website using web technologies, and after that we add a layer of the PWA to make that application installable and, of course, reliable and capable. So why do we need building PWAs? So there is a statistic that says that 60% of website traffic worldwide in 2021 is coming from mobile devices. So if you are holding your mobile device, many people around the world, 60% of users around the world are using their mobile devices to access the websites and they open browsers. So there is a lot of traffic on the web platform. The web is a great capable platform today after the big tech companies in the world started working on the Fugu projects to deliver web APIs, to deliver the web capable APIs. Today we are at stage that we have a very capable way. We can access to so many hardware, to so many native capabilities existing in the tablets, in the mobile phones, and even on the desktop. So we have a great capable platform, which is the web. The progressive web apps solve the problem of storage for users. So when you want to download an application from the store, we generally find that the size of the application is 100 megabytes, 200 megabytes, and for some games it's in gigabytes. So this is a lot of memory that will be taken from the device. Progressive web apps are websites. We can make games. We can access to so many things in the device in which it will be installed, and the size is very low. Um, uh, the size is very low يعني par rapport for the other mobile native applications. We need also develop PWAs. It's cost effective for the companies because we have one single source code base which is built using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, which are very known technologies, and they are not hard to understand. So, for examples, we have companies that for now they are having progressive web apps like Forbes. We know all the Forbes magazine. So the application is to PWA. It's installable. We have Tinder, we have Twitter, Alibaba, and etc. So as this image shows, the PWA stands here. So the web applications are reached very well. So like users reach the web very easy. They can access to the websites very easy. And on the other side, the native applications have more capabilities rather than web applications. The PWA stands here. It's a website, so it's easy to reach, and we can have all the capabilities of the native applications. How to create a PWA? Let's imagine that we have a website online with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and we want to turn this website into a PWA. So we have mainly three things to add to our applications, three main requirements. The first one is a manifest file. The manifest file is a JSON. That JSON contains some informations about the applications that we want to install. So as you know, when we have an application installed on our mobile phones, there is the icon which is in the home screen. There is the name of the application. There is this when you open the application, there is a splash screen that shows up. So all of these are informations that should be inserted into our website, and they are structured into one file, which is the manifest file. It's a JSON object. The second requirement is the service worker. The service worker is an interceptor. It intercepts the rendering of our applications, and it intercepts the API calls or the fetch requests that are made to the servers. So it's an interceptor. If we are going to request some files or some requests XHR requests from our server. So the service worker intercepts all those requests, checks if they are already loaded in the cache, and load them from the cache. So that we can reduce the number of requests that are gone to that are going to the servers, and through the service worker we can make our applications works offline by loading all the assets or the data from the cache or from the IndexedDB for the data. The third requirement is that our PWA should be served over HTTPS. So all our applications should be secured. For the websites that are not secure, so the browsers will not show the pop-up to install that application. Okay. This is for like giving some insights about the PWAs, and now we will go to start our workshop. Um, Everyone, there is in the description um, this URL, which is the code base of the applications that we will build. So there is this repository on GitHub, which is PWA battery. So this is the application that we will start with, and we will add. So everyone should clone this starter kit, and we will add a PWA layer over this applications. So for me, I have already cloned this. So it's composed of two files, index.html and the main.css. These applications will let us use the battery API. So as you know, for accessing the status of the battery of the laptop, of the tablet, of our smartphone, um, this was a problem for the web application because those informations in the past we can get them only when we develop mobile applications with native apps, so we can access directly to the hardware components of the device, so we can read all those informations. But recently, by adding so more APIs, the web became more capable. There is a new API introduced in the Fugu project, which is the battery API, with which we can access the battery status of the hardware of that system of that device, so that we will use the battery API. I will run the project. Okay, so as you see here, we will show here the percentage of the battery of the device on which to run our application, and we will add another thing here in the bottom, which will be the if the device is connected to the charger, or it's on sector or it's off sector. So we will start by adding, as we said in the presentation, the first requirement to have a PWA is by adding a manifest file. So the first thing we are going to do is to create our manifest file. It's will be manifest.json. Our manifest.json file it's a JSON object, nothing more than that. Our JSON object have some like some properties that we can add them, like the name. So for example, the name, this property means that if we install our PWA on the smartphone or on the desktop, on the home screen, what is the name of our application on the home screen. So here we will name it, for example, battery app. There is also another property, which is short name. The short name is the name that is shown when we open the application. The splash screen shows the short name of our application. We'll just keep it the same. There is one more important property, which is start URL. The start URL is the first file that will be opened when we launch the application. In our case, will be index.html. Another one will be display. So there are some other values except the standalone. For the standalone is that we will show our application on the portrait mode. There is other applications, other values, like for example, full screen. Those display will be full screen, so that the bar of the phone, which shows the notification icons, the time, and the battery will be hidden as we are showing our application um, as a full screen mode. There is also the orientation, which will say open the application in the portrait or in the landscape mode. Okay, after the display, there is the theme color. The theme color is as we are making our application standalone. So the bar of the time and the battery of the device will be shown. We can customize the color, the background color of that bar. So here we will say it will be white. Also, there is the background color of our splash screen. The first screen, when we open the application, the first screen that shows up is the icon, the short name, and the background. So here we can customize the background. We'll say it will be white. There is also the description of our application, for example, PWA using um, battery API. One other important and it's a required thing, which is the icons. So as we see here, we can inspect there is this application tab. The application tab in the DevTools shows us here the manifest. So here till this date we have no manifest file detected because we didn't yet finish creating our manifest, and we didn't include our manifest file into the index.html. So till now the browser knows nothing about our manifest file. Till now the browser says to us that I can't prompt the install of our application as a PWA since there is you didn't include any manifest file. So the icons, an array that accepts a list of objects. So these list of objects will be the icons of our application. So you can add as many icons as you want, and as many sizes as you want. The goal behind adding so many objects of the icons and with different sizes is um, is that um, is that the PWA can be installed on desktops, on TVs, on smartphones, on tablets. So the size of the icon will varies. It's different from a device to another. So we should include so many icon sizes so that the system of the device will handle which icon will show depending on the height and the width of the device. So here we can say the SRC. So here, as you see here, we have included. I already included these three icons: 144, 192, and 512 pixels. So these are the three required size. You can add as many size as you want, but these are Google says that those sizes should be included. So we'll start by, okay, we'll set, this is its SRC. There is sizes, so we should specify, we included this icon. So this icon, it's, okay. And also we should say what is the type, which is image slash PG. So we will duplicate this object and we will include other icons and 512 pixels. Okay, so right now we have our manifest file ready. Those are the specifications when our application will be installed on a mobile device. Just I will check StreamYard if there is something. Okay, everything looks good. Okay, so let's check our application. Okay, till now the manifest file hasn't been detected because we didn't include our manifest file here. So we will add this link. We will say that we are including the manifest file and the source of our is manifest.json. So when adding this tag into the head, we will say to the browser like hey browser, I am having a manifest.json file. It's a manifest file, so we should read those informations as the informations when you install this my website on a device. So let's reload, and as you can see, our manifest has been detected. So as you can see, for the identity, it's battery up, the description, the source URL, the theme color, the background color, there is the orientation, we didn't specify it, and he reads the icons that we have included into our manifest file. So he read the three sizes of icons. Yes. So here we can check if our manifest file, if also there is an error about, for example, if we say here, um, for example, we'll make some changes here. it says to you like I can't find this file, this icon. So it's not displayed also here. So if there is an error with your manifest file, it will prompt you also. So everything looks good here. Okay, now we should so now we should it shows the like the percentage is 0 because it's static. So we are here setting 0%, 0%. So now we should make this the percentage of our battery. We should make it dynamic, um, depending on the device. So my battery now is it's 98%. As you can see, my battery now is 98%. So it should, and my PC is on sector, so it's on charge. So as you can see, I am plugged the charging, and I will replug it. Okay, so we should show these informations also, which are informations um, special for the system. With the battery API, we can access those hardware and those system informations within the web. Okay, I will check that if everything is good. Okay, Asma says to me, all is good. Okay, so now we will add a main.javascript file. We will include it here. Okay, script tag SLC will be main.js. We will check if it's included correctly. Hello, Devmina. Okay. So, okay, everything looks good. Okay. So the generally the new APIs that are introduced into the web, they are always included under the navigator object. The navigator object is a global object in JavaScript within which we can find all the, like for geolocation, for example, which is the geolocation API. It gives to you your current location with latitude and longitude. Uh, and in our case we will use this get battery. So the battery API which was introduced is was included under the navigator object, global object of JavaScript, and we use this get battery. Okay, we will get back to our JavaScript. So here we will say navigator dot get, it's not shown here. So get battery dot then. So this, it's a function which is the get battery. The get battery, it's a promise. So it will return to us the data of our battery, if it's under charge or not, and it will return to us the percentage of our battery of the device. So we'll say here the object of return will be battery. So now we will say there are some events that are fired. So we will check the documentation. So you can find it battery, say APIs. All the documentation of the APIs are existing in the Mozilla. So here we can find the battery API. So as you can see here, this is the battery manager, and this is the function which is a read only, which is the get battery. Okay, we will continue. So we will tell him that if we will fire an event, we will add a listener, add event listener. If there is an event which is called the charging change, will execute the function. all these things. Okay, so we will say to him like to update the charge info. We will say, for example, um, okay, we will make a log instruction. We'll say to him battery dot charging. So let's check. So here we added an event which is the charging change. If our battery is under charge, so tell me that is under charge, and if not, tell me it's not under charge. So I will unplug my charger. Okay, it says to me that it's false. So my system it's not under charging. So it's correct. I will plug it again. It should show me true. So it's working very fine. So as you can see, so we call it the get battery function of the navigator object, and we added an event listener to the battery status, and we added a listener which is charging change. If our battery is under charge, so return to me it's true. If the battery is not under charge, tell me it's false. So here in the index.html, here we will show if we are on sector. Okay. So if the battery is under charge, we will show on sector. Otherwise, we will show off sector. Like here, we will show the status of our battery. So we will test on this property. So if battery dot charging, if it's true, so here we get this element in the JavaScript. We will say document get element by ID dot inner text it's equal. If the battery is charging, if the battery is charging, we will show on sector. Otherwise, we will show off. Let's check. Get element by ID. It's the charge. So if our battery, okay, okay. So we should. I will unplug. It's showing off sector. I will plug it again. It's showing on sector. So just the missing thing here is that when we load the application, our application at first, we should so we will export this to another function, create a function here, update charging. We'll indicate it here. Okay, we have no parameters. It's a global object. Here we will call this update charging, and when we get our battery, we will call this function in the beginning. Okay, here when we load our application, it says I am on sector. When I unplug, we are off sector. When I plug, it's on, off, and on again. Okay, so this is the first thing we can do with a battery API with which we can access the the native informations of the system. We will continue again. So here we have shown the charging. There is another event which we can use it, which is the level change. The level change event says to us when the level of the battery, the percentage of the battery changes, I will give you the information. So we will create another function which is update level. Okay, when the the level is updated. Okay, so here we will say log battery dot level. So the battery dot level gives us the percentage of the battery. We will save it. Okay, I will unplug my system, my charger, and here we will wait until until the percentage of our battery changes. So for now it's 98%, as you can see here. So when the percentage of the battery changes to, for example, 97%, it will shows here, it will log the battery dot level, which is the 97. As you can see, it changed to 97. As you can see, it gave us that it is 0.97. So we just need to multiply this the battery change. We should multiply it by 100, and we will wait again until our battery percentage will change again. So meanwhile we will call this function in the beginning of this, so it will show to us, so it will show us, as you can see, we have called it in the beginning. It's 97% till now. It's again 97, and what we are going to do is showing this 97% here. Okay, so we will say we are showing it here. So default, it will be, we will show the default of this. We will get this element percentage by ID percentage, and we will change its inner text. It will be equal to create a variable here, which is let level equal, we will say battery dot level at 100, and the inner text should receive this level. Okay, as you can see here, it's 69% now. The other thing that we are going to add is when our battery is on sector, we'll make this bolt icon like zoom in and zoom out. So I have already created an animation in the CSS, which is called battery bolt. When it's at 50%, it will blow it, make it will make a scale of 1.5, and when it's at 100%, it will scale as it is, so scale 1. Okay, we will get back here, and we will say if the battery if the battery if the battery is charging, so we will get this bolt, and we will add it the animation of battery bolt we have created in the CSS. So we will say if batteries document dot get element by ID, I think, yes, it's ID bolt, ID bolt dot, we will access the style property dot animation will equal to the animation we created with which is battery bolt. It will be linear, it will be infinite, and it will dure 2 seconds. Otherwise, we will disable the animation. It will be none. So let's try this. So our battery is off sector, nothing is going. I will plug my charger. And yeah, it's working. It's on sector, and the animation here started. I will unplug. It's off sector and the animation is none. I will plug it again. As you see, we can check it here. The ID bolt, the animation is none. We will plug it. As you can see, it has changed and it's scaling up and down from 1 to 1.5. Okay, so everything sounds good right now. So as you can see here, we are on the local. So on the local, we can add for the second pillar, which is the service worker. The service worker here, we will not need it because we need the service worker in the cases for fetching requests, for getting data, for getting assets from the server. And here we have no data to get, and we have no data request to make. So we can it's charging. As you can see, it has changed in real time when our battery became 95%. So as I said, we will not need the service worker because we don't have data to get. So until this step, we can make our application installable. As you can see here, that the browser shows to us installed applications. The application is available. Install the battery app as we name it in the manifest JSON file, battery app. So we can now install our application. We will install it here. Okay, and as you can see, our application is installed. So it's like a Windows application. So there is no problem. And when you click on the Windows start and you search for battery app, it will shows up to us. So I will just remove it for now because we have more work to do. I will reopen it here. Okay, so this is our application. So the second thing I want to add is like to prompt directly. We will add a button here which will contain install. So this install button will prompt installing our PWA. There is an event which is called before install prompt, which means the browser will check all the information if this application is a PWA ready or not. If it is ready, if it's already PWA, so it gives you okay, you can prompt install the application for the user. So we will just add that one. So we will add here another button. You'll make a button. I think it's have an ID of, yes, ID of install. We will give it an ID install. We will say install. Okay, so this is the button install. Okay, we will get back here and we will say after this navigator dot get battery, we will get our button which is say const install button, because we should add a listener on this button when clicking on it. We should listen document dot query selector. We can do it by simply get element by ID install, and here we will create a variable which is named install prompt. So by using this variable, we will this variable will be a boolean. It will contain true or false. Within this variable, we will store the information of if the browser says that this application is already PWA or it's not. If it's already, so we will show the pop-up for the user to install the application. So let install prompt equal null or false. So we will listen to the browser. We'll add an event listener which is before install prompt. Here the event. So we will prevent default, make nothing, and the install prompt, the variable, will take the information. It will return to us whether it's true or false. And if yes, it's true, so we will install button dot remove. We will remove, did we add it? So it should be by default hidden. Okay. And if yes, we will remove the attribute of hidden, and the application could be a PWA installable. So here we will listen on the click install button. We will add an event listener. If we have clicked on the install button, so we will add the function. Okay, so within it, if the install prompt is false, we will return, we will do nothing. Otherwise, we will await the install prompt. So this function will shows to us when we did already install our application, the pop-up that was shown with the install or cancel, this will show it for us. So this is an way this should be an asynchronous function. And after that we will dot, can make it dot then, or we can simply, we should install prompt should be get back to null, and we should install prompt install button dot set attribute hidden. We can export this to separate function. We call it disable install, and those one will be included here. And after install, we will disable installing application. So let's get check. Okay, it still detects that the application is installed here. So okay, I have removed it. But okay, I think that I removed the application. Okay, we will remove the cookies. It still detects that the application is installed. I will just remove it again. Battery up. Which is not installed. Okay, I removed the application from the my PC, but it still detects that it is installed. So we will check it another time. So I have already hosted our application as a PWA on my domain battery dot hamdigate.tn, and here, as you can see, it shows the install button. So when we click on the install button, it will prompt to us this one and will shows it to us. So and it's the same thing if you try it on Chrome, on Android, or iOS. It will prompt you the to install the application on the mobile on the mobile device. So that's it. I hope that everything is clear. I don't know if there are some questions. Hello, if anyone. Okay, so normally there are no questions. So this is our session for today. I hope that everything is clear. For the starter kit, you can find it on GitHub, and you can follow the session to build the PWA, which is installable. Um, like here, it will open up for you. So open. So it will open for you as like as a Windows application ready, and you can see here the our icon, which is like any other application. So that's it for today. Thank you everyone, and have a good beginning of the week. Thank you.